All right, let's get into the weather forecast here. We're heading into the solar eclipse day, and we're also heading into a little bit of a warm up in the extended forecast. Right now, certainly warmer than yesterday, but not too bad. 60s and a couple of 70s through our mountain areas. We're in the 80s here in the valley. That'll be the warm spot, and beautiful 70s and maybe 180-degree reading there at Cal City over in the desert. But overall, still a relatively comfortable day. Overnight tonight, temperatures are going to fall quite a bit, so it's going to be another nice cool night out there. 40s and 50s all across Kern County, and then temperatures tomorrow actually looking to be a little bit lower than today, at least here in the valley. We're looking at lower 80s in the valley. Again, a mix of 70s, maybe some 80s up in the Kern River Valley, and then 80s over in the desert. So the desert will be a little bit warmer. The valley will be a little bit cooler for tomorrow. Winds looking to be nice and calm, and skies, which is very important, look to be nice and clear. Let's get into futurecast here over the next several hours. As we get into tomorrow morning and the eclipse is set to begin, looks like mostly clear skies. I think if anything, some high thin clouds drifting through, but clear skies more than anything else. Unfortunately, not the case for our friends in Northern California. You've got a lot more cloud cover in the northern half of the state, so not as good of a view there. We're going to get lucky and we're going to get a good show in the sky. So let me time things out for you. The eclipse officially begins at 8:07. Now you're not going to be able to see this black disk in the sky. That's just representative of the moon. At 8:07 you don't really see anything. It's just starting to begin. But over the next hour we're really going to see the moon begin to cover the sun, and by the time we get to 9:23, which is the peak of the eclipse, about 70% of the sun will be covered by the moon. You notice it gets a lot darker too. A lot of the sunlight is going to be getting blocked out as that happens, and then over the next hour and a half afterwards through about 10:48, the moon will begin to recede away from the sun and we'll gradually get more and more sunlight. But this is going to last a while. But 9:23, that's the time to be looking. That's when the peak is going to be happening. So if you want to watch this, the viewing tips are pretty simple. It's not going to be hard to find. You just look for the sun, but don't do it just with your eyes. Don't look directly at the sun without a pair of eclipse glasses, and normal sunglasses probably not going to cut it either. You're going to want those really dark eclipse glasses because it's obviously not healthy to just stare directly at the sun. Let's get into the extended forecast here. Saturday, 83 degrees, so a pretty nice day. A little cool in the morning. By lunchtime, we're comfortable and staying pretty comfortable into the afternoon. 83 degrees, really not bad. Moderate air quality expected. 85 degrees, the high temperature Sunday. 87 on Monday, so a little warm up there. We drop back down briefly for Tuesday, and then a little bit more significant of a warm-up. Some signs that we are back into the 90s Thursday, Friday, and actually some signs that we get pretty warm into the following weekend there. So we'll keep an eye on that through the remainder of this week. Mountain communities will see about that same trend, but not quite of an extreme of a warm-up. For Lake Isabella, warmest temperatures we're seeing are going to be upper 80s, which is only, I guess, a degree or two cooler than us here in the valley. For Tehachapi and Fraser Park, high temperatures going to be staying in the 70s through the forecast.